Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. My goodness gracious. Unbelievable. I was sitting here and just got daylight enough to see. I turned the camera on and it was too dark to film. So I turned it back off. And I don't know, it was before 7 o'clock. There was a doe came bailing out from left to right where he's at right now. And I knew the way she was doing, I knew there was a buck pushing her, or I thought that's what I thought. So I got ready, and I stayed ready, and I stayed ready, and I stayed ready. And I was like, goodness gracious. So I knew I couldn't just stay in that position forever. So the longer it went, the longer it looked like, well, something else had run her off out of that thick stuff. Thank you, Jesus. But anyway, I kept watching, and finally, I started going through my mind, well, maybe a coyote ran her out, or who knows, It sure didn't seem like a buck run her out because it'd been too long. It'd been so long. And then all of a sudden, it'd been like 30 minutes or longer, maybe even longer. I got me a piece of candy in my mouth. I do that to kind of help me from coughing. I'm getting old and I got all kind of. Anyway, I put that piece of candy in my mouth, and sitting there, had my hands in my pockets, warming them up. Turned the camera on, let it stay on for a little while, and I thought, well, evidently, and it was even going through my mind. Did she smell me? And then I knew my odor was going back away from her to me. There ain't no way she smelled me. That's the reason I came over, because the wind was going to be perfect here today. So, anyway, I had pretty much given up. I cut the camera back off. I was going to let it stay out for a little while. And all of a sudden, he just come bailing out there with his nose down to the ground like a beagle, trailing her. As soon as he hit the opening, I bleated at him, and he stopped, and that's where he's at, right there. He didn't go no further. He dropped like a rock. It just got me so excited. My goodness gracious. I've been watching deer all season. Hadn't shot until Thursday morning. I killed that coyote, and then that deer came down that wood line, and I got on him. I had one gap. That's all I had. He was gone. He hit that gap, and I tapped the trigger, and as far as I know, I missed. I really thought I hit him. He acted like I hit him. It looked like I hit him. The shot felt good. I was on him, I thought. I don't know. We got into some thick stuff. Tucker took Tucker over there, and he went straight in on him. And I had already seen where he crossed the road bed, kicked up when he went through, and I'd already found a couple of kicked up spots. Tucker went right on him. He stayed right on him, right down into that swamp. We got into some of the most unbelievable stuff you ever seen.
Oh, we are in a tough place.
Yeah, took Tucker over there.
Oh, Lord.
And there wasn't no blood where I shot at the deer or whatever, and wasn't any blood where it crossed the road. But he was only like
right at the deer. I don't know.
I don't know, 15 foot off the roadbed. So as soon as I shot, he
No
whirled
idea. I can't
and
even
went across that
hardly
roadbed
see
and
Tucker.
right into the thicket. And he went straight down in towards the swamp. And, you know, Tucker went after him headstrong, and I stayed with him, and
Wet now.
we went right off in this nest right here. And there was just no way. I sat down on my butt and slid down through to get to that far. And then when I got there, I couldn't get down to where Tucker was at. I couldn't even see Tucker, hardly. And he was acting, he was having a fit, so I don't know. I don't know if he smelled the deer or not. But what we did, we tried to come back around and circle around to get back and maybe get on the other side so I could get in there. But we stayed in there for 2 or 3 hours, and I think right at 3 hours, and never could figure out a way to get in there at all. It was just so thick. So you know, I guess I missed the deer. I never did see any evidence that would prove anything other than that.
Come this way, bud.
But
Come this way. Come on.
I also know I may not have. I mean, there's always a
Come on, this way,
possibility
come on.
that I did hit him, and just when he got in that thick stuff, we couldn't get to him.
Come on this way.
But Tucker done a great job. I just couldn't get. I couldn't
Go this way.
get
Come on.
in there to
This
him.
way. I know
I couldn't
that
stay
ain't where
with
you
him
want to go, but we
because
gotta
it was
get out
just
here
so thick.
sometime, son.
All right, guys, we'll get back to the deer at hand.
Come here, son. Come here. Gotta make sure this shotgun's unloaded because there's no possible way even attempt to go through some of this stuff with that thing loaded. Come this way, bro. Tucker, come here. Come here. Let's get your line caught up. Now, come here. Come here, son. Get this way. No, come on. Let's come up this way. Go.
Well, we're gonna walk out here and look at him. See what we got. Like I say, he ain't no big deer, but it was exciting and I'm fired up. So we're gonna go look at him. Y'all come with us.
You know, as you can tell, this deer had me excited, had me tore up, and I know some of that had to do with you know, the bad luck I had on Thursday. This is Saturday morning, but you know, this is not a big deer, but it had me excited. The hunt was just exciting, and you know, and that's all that matters. I was having fun. I was having a great time. It doesn't have to be a huge deer to get you excited. This hunt had me tore up, had me excited. You know, I'm 62, soon to be 63 years old, and I still get tore up over just seeing deer. You know, I still get excited. I guess I've always said if it got to where it didn't excite me, I'd quit. No, it ain't got there yet. I don't think it's going to. While I was walking up to this deer, you know, he's not a big deer. He's probably maybe a 2-year-old deer, but man, he was strong. I could smell him before I got to him. His tarsal glands were just jet black and running.
Be happy,
and I mean, he was just lathered up like a full-grown buck, man. He you know, no doubt he was the one chasing that doe.
Yeah.
Having fun. That's what it's all about.
I can smell him. He was all lathered up, wasn't he? Pretty deer, beautiful deer.
And now the work begins. it wasn't too bad. I didn't have that far to go with him. It wasn't a bad drag at all. Went back to the truck and took some of the clothes I had on off to cool myself. I had got kind of warm, and then made it onto the truck.
There he is, at that truck. Yes, sir. What do you think about it, Tucker? Huh? What do you think about it, buddy? Huh? What do you think about it, buddy? Yeah. Yeah, hang on, I'll get you. Get him, boy. Get him. Get him, boy, get him. That's the way. That's your way. That's the way to do it. Get him, boy, get him. There you go. There you go. Good boy, Tucker. Good boy, Tucker. You're a good boy, Tucker. Get him. Get him, boy, get him. Get him. Get him, boy, get him. Get him. Get him, Tucker. I hear you, bud.
You know, this buck his tarsal glands were running so strong that I decided I would harvest those off his leg and save those to use for scent canisters to make scent bombs out of. And all you gotta do is cut those things off and be careful. Try not to get any blood on them. Drop them down into a Ziploc bag. And I dropped it into a cooler, and then when I got home, what I do, I take a pair of tweezers and take cotton balls, and I swab up all that scent that I can on those cotton balls and put those back into a Ziploc bag, and then get all the air out of it, save them, and then you can drop those. You can take those cotton balls and pop them up on a limb, or you can put them in a scent canister to to use them that way. Here in South Carolina, we have to use it. It's illegal for us to use scent that's harvested from a real deer. It has, and bottled. It has to be a synthetic scent. It's the only thing legal for us to use. They're doing that, trying to help avoid the chronic waste disease from getting into our state. And so, but it is legal for us to harvest our own scent. And so that's what I was trying to do.
Me and old Tucker's headed up the road. We're headed back to the house now. It was a good hunt. We had a good time. Got us some meat in the freezer. And well, at the processor anyway. Gonna have some ground and some cubed. And I usually grind my own, but I decided to take it up there and let them do it. And maybe we'll do the next one. Probably will anyway. But anyway. It was a great hunt. We had a good time, and that 6 point, he's a pretty deer. We were happy to get him. Me and old Tucker man. So subscribe to my channel if you hadn't already. Hit that big old like button and hit that big old bell, so anytime I upload a video, you'll get a notification so you don't miss anything. You guys be careful, be safe, stay away from that COVID, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.